Hello everyone and welcome to the show. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of inventions, and no, not the kind that involves a man with crazy hair shouting, "It's alive!" We're looking at those clever clogs, the Dutch, and 10 times they quietly changed the world without needing a single windmill as a backdrop. From groundbreaking technology to things you probably use every day, the Dutch have given us some incredible innovations. So, put on your clogs, grab a stroopwafel, and settle in because we're about to embark on a journey through Dutch ingenuity. You won't believe some of these. Now, you might think microscopes are just for scientists in white coats, peering intensely at things we can't even see. And you'd be half right. But before our Dutch friend Antony van Leeuwenhoek came along, no one really knew what went on in that microscopic world. Antony, bless him, was a real tinkerer. He wasn't a scientist by trade, more of a draper, but he loved fiddling with lenses. And fiddle he did. He created the first proper microscope, capable of magnifying things hundreds of times. Suddenly, a whole new world opened up. Bacteria, blood cells, even wriggly little swimmers. Let's just say he discovered things no one had ever laid eyes on before. His invention revolutionized medicine and science, changing the way we understand the world around us and inside us forever. I mean, can you imagine a world without microscopes? We wouldn't have vaccines, antibiotics, or even yeast for bread. Imagine, no sourdough. It sends shivers down my spine. Thank goodness for Antony and his tiny lens. From the tiny world of microbes to the vast depths of the ocean, our next Dutch invention is a real plunge. We're talking about submarines, my friends, those underwater marvels that still capture our imaginations today. And who do we have to thank for these metal marvels? A chap called Cornelis Drebbel, way back in the 1620s? Now, Cornelis wasn't just content with building a boat, oh no. He wanted to create something that could travel the water. Can you imagine the looks he must have gotten? His first submarine, cobbled together with wood and leather, was essentially a rowboat covered in greased leather. Charming, I know, but it worked. It stayed submerged for several hours, proving that underwater travel was possible. Of course, back then, it wasn't exactly the luxurious experience you'd find on one of those fancy tourist submarines today. I can just imagine poor Cornelis down there, rowing for dear life, hoping his contraption wouldn't spring a leak. Right, let's talk money, darling. Specifically, the Amsterdam Stock Exchange, the world's first official stock exchange. That's right, those Dutchies were trading stocks and bonds way back in the 1600s, long before Wall Street was even a glint in New York's eye. Now, I'm no financial expert, but I do know a thing or two about making a deal. And in the 17th century, Amsterdam was the place to be if you wanted to buy and sell anything. Spices, tulips, you name it, they traded it. The Amsterdam Stock Exchange brought order to the chaos, creating a formal marketplace where investors could buy and sell shares in companies. This revolutionized the way businesses raised capital and paved the way for the global financial system we know today. Imagine, no stock exchange. How would we fuel our online shopping addictions? We'd be back to bartering chickens for shoes. No thank you. Chapter 4. Fighting fire with water, the fire hose. Next up, we have a true lifesaver, the fire hose. I know, it doesn't sound quite as glamorous as a submarine or a stock exchange, but trust me, this invention has saved countless lives and buildings from fiery destruction. Before the fire hose came along, putting out fires was a bit like trying to put out a bonfire with a water pistol. Not very effective and rather dangerous. But then along came Jan van der Heyden, a Dutch inventor with a head full of brilliant ideas. He created the first practical fire hose in the 1670s, and let me tell you, it was a game changer. Suddenly, firefighters could tackle blazes from a safe distance using a continuous stream of water to douse the flames. It was a revolution in firefighting, and we have Jan van der Heyden to thank for it. So next time you see a firefighter, give them a nod of appreciation, and maybe a slice of cake because they're the real heroes. Chapter 5. Time flies when you're having fun. The Pendulum Clock. Now, for an invention that really gets my internal clock ticking, the Pendulum Clock. Before our Dutch friend Christian Huygens came along, telling time was a rather approximate affair. Sundials, water clocks, all very charming but not exactly precise. But Christian, being the genius that he was, decided it was time for a change. He invented the pendulum clock in 1656, and suddenly timekeeping became a whole lot more accurate. His invention revolutionized navigation, astronomy, and even our daily lives. I mean, can you imagine a world without clocks? We'd all be late for everything. We wouldn't know when to have a cuppa, when to watch our favorite shows, or even when to call it a night. Chaos, I tell you. Chapter 6. Spinning into the Future. The Compact Disc. Hold on to your hats, music lovers, because we're about to enter the digital age with the invention of the compact disc. That's right, the CD. That little silver disc that revolutionized the way we listen to music and stored data. Now, you might be surprised to learn that the CD wasn't a solo act. It was actually a collaboration between two giants of the tech world, Philips, a Dutch company, and Sony from Japan. Together they developed the CD in the 1980s, and it quickly took the world by storm. Remember those bulky vinyl records? Well, they were suddenly yesterday's news. The CD offered superior sound quality, durability, and convenience. It was a revolution in music and technology, and it paved the way for the digital music revolution we see today. Chapter 7. Our next invention is a testament to human ingenuity and compassion. It's the artificial kidney, a life-saving device that has given hope to millions of people suffering from kidney failure. And the brains behind this incredible invention? A Dutch doctor named Willem Kolff. During World War II, Willem was horrified by the suffering he witnessed due to kidney failure. Determined to find a solution, he dedicated himself to creating a device that could replicate the kidney's function. And you know what? He succeeded. In 1943, he built the first working artificial kidney, a contraption made from sausage casings, orange juice cans, and a washing machine. I'm not joking. It might sound a bit Heath Robinson, but his invention worked. It removed waste products from the blood, giving hope to patients who would have otherwise faced certain death. Now, for an invention that might not make everyone jump for joy, but one that's undoubtedly made our roads a whole lot safer. The speed camera. Yes, those sneaky little boxes that flash at you when you've gone a tad over the speed limit. They might not be our favorite things, but they've undoubtedly saved countless lives. And where did these guardians of the road originate? You guessed it, the Netherlands. The Dutch, always at the forefront of innovation, developed the first automated speed camera in the 1960s. Their goal was simple: to reduce speeding and make their roads safer for everyone. And you know what? It worked. Speed cameras have been proven to reduce accidents and save lives. So next time you see one, try not to curse it too much. Think of it as a friendly reminder to keep your foot in check. Right. Let's talk about something we all use every day without even thinking about it. Bluetooth. That magical technology that lets us connect our devices wirelessly. Whether you're streaming music to your headphones or transferring files between your phone and computer, chances are you're using Bluetooth. And who do we have to thank for this wireless wonder? A Dutch engineer named Jaap Hartsen. Jaap developed Bluetooth in the 1990s while working for Ericsson. His goal was to create a wireless communication standard that was low cost, low energy, and easy to use. And boy, did he succeed. Bluetooth is now one of the most widely used wireless technologies in the world, connecting billions of devices. So next time you're streaming your favorite playlist, give a little nod to Jaap Hartsen, the Dutch engineer who made it all possible. And finally, we come to an invention that quite literally opened up the universe to us, the telescope. Before telescopes, our view of the cosmos was limited to what we could see with the naked eye. But then, in the early 1600s, a Dutch spectacle maker named Hans Lippershey had a bright idea. Legend has it that his children were playing with lenses in his workshop when they discovered that by holding two lenses together, they could make distant objects appear closer. Hans, being a clever chap, saw the potential in their discovery and set about creating the first telescope. His invention, though rudimentary by today's standards, revolutionized astronomy. Suddenly, we could see craters on the moon, moons orbiting Jupiter, and galaxies far beyond our own. It was a paradigm shift in our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 Dutch inventions that changed the world. From the tiniest microbes to the farthest reaches of space, the Dutch have left their mark on history. Who knew such a small country could have such a huge impact? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. Which Dutch invention surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below.